7 on Cyclone Debbie, which is intensifying near the coast of Queensland with winds of 120 miles per hour and a pressure of 943 millibars. It's at 19.6 degrees south, 149.7 degrees east, and it's now beginning to close on the final 100 miles before landfall. Cyclone warnings are in effect for large parts of the coast from Lucinda to St Lawrence, and the storm is approaching land with some ferocity. It's expected to make landfall as a Category 3 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. That's Category 4 on the Australian scale, and could approach Category 5 intensity on the Australian scale in the next few hours. After that, it's likely to move inland towards the south and then southeast, recurving, and then moving towards southern Queensland, where it will exit the coast. It's a Stage 5 on the CDPS scale right now. It's a powerful storm capable of causing severe damage. 110 miles north-northeast of Mackay, 100 miles east-northeast of Bowen, and 189 miles east-southeast of Townsville. The storm in the next few days is expected to make landfall very close to Bowen, we expect, and then it will move inland, as you can see, to the south of Charters Towers, and then inland, then towards the south, and then paralleling the coast really over Wednesday and Thursday before leaving the coast later in the week, towards the end of the week, probably Friday, where it will leave not too far north of Brisbane. So, looking at the sea surface temperatures, pretty warm right now, a little bit of upwelling behind the storm now you can see, but still 28-29 degrees Celsius waters, more than enough to support a storm as strong as this one. As you can see, the cyclone warnings down the bottom of the screen there, many areas at risk, including many inland areas: Ingham, Charters Towers, Pentland, Mount Coolong, Collinsville and Moranbah, and the wind shear there is extremely low. You can see on that graphic the dark blue areas indicating really low amounts of wind shear. That's the storm's field day, and you can see how it's been looking on the satellite imagery in these last few frames. The eye has been becoming more well defined, and it's been moving slowly but surely towards a west-southwesterly direction towards the Bowen area, or maybe a lot slightly southeast of there. As you can see, the cloud tops have been intensifying on all sides of the eye wall, indicating that the storm is indeed strengthening, and we could be looking at strong high-end Category 4 intensity, or maybe even Category 5 on the Australian scale out of this storm very soon. Elsewhere in the tropics, this thing is still going. That's the remnants of Caleb, still producing one or two little flare-ups of convection somehow. But there it is, slowly drifting towards the west, and whilst we've not got the imagery of it here, we can also tell you about Invest 90L in the Atlantic, which is not really thrilling anyone just yet, except people who want it to form. It is not a subtropical storm yet, and it doesn't really look like it's going to get to that status. Sorry, Atlantic fans, but it could still happen. There's still a small possibility of that. But there is the remnants of Caleb there in the Indian Ocean, moving harmlessly out to sea. Here's the full Australian picture. There's Debbie, and what's left of 92S, the Invest that moved inland over Western Australia. That cloud cover is pretty much associated with it, but there's Debbie taking up most of the picture in the Coral Sea. So far, we've had one tropical depression, 7 tropical storms, 2 Category 1s, 1 Category 3 and 1 Category 4. That's on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, and that's what we've had so far. Quite a way to get to the average number yet, of course. We're around a month behind schedule, however, with the total numbers. 12 cyclones in total, 12 tropical storms that is, which is probably what you'd expect around late February or early March. And of course, until recently, until Debbie formed, accumulated cyclone energy was the lowest to date than we'd seen since 1954. Remarkable stat that one is. And we will be going live tonight at 6 p.m. UTC. That is 4 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com and its tracker at your service at any time. You can also find us on YouTube if you're not there already. Search Force 13 and subscribe if you haven't done so. You can also find us on Facebook, search Force 13 all in text, and it's the same for Twitter. It's at Force 13 if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also add Fool13 on Skype, FOOL13, and add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.